Welcome to Infinite Conversations, and today we've got the first episode of season 2, and I'm fucking excited. I bring to you a very special guest. She comes from the big Las Vegas, the Sin City Queen. You know what I'm talking about. You know what the fuck going on. It's Misery Mob's finest. We got Vicious Vampira. What the fuck?
Thank you. Thank you. I'm so honored to be, you know, bringing in season 2 with this good vicious energy. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be real hard to beat, but let's get into it.
Season 2 with vicious energy. That's what I like, man. It's
hmm
it's Gemini season, you know.
Oh,
So
hell
like,
yeah.
there couldn't have been a better time for this to happen, you know.
Exactly.
So
Divine timing. Divine
the
timing.
divine timing indeed. But yeah, so how are things in Vegas?
Things are very good. It's getting way too hot so fast already, but I'm used to it. But yeah, it's pretty good. Vegas is actually 100% open now. So all that social distancing, all that it's done. We 100% open, and it's crazy as fuck. There's so many people coming into Vegas right now. It's ridiculous.
All the people with severe gambling addictions are finally able to come back.
They're like, "Yes." They're just
Yes.
they're just flooding. Oh my god.
Yes, ma'am. I went. I had the luxury of going to Vegas a few years ago. When I worked for Domino's, corporate had paid for me to go out there for their bi-yearly world convention,
Oh wow.
and so they paid for my hotel and all that shit, my expenses. I stayed at the Luxor, which that place is
Ooh.
dope. Yeah,
Mhm.
I like the Luxor, but yeah, it was definitely some shit, man. But and everybody's like, "What's your favorite part?" I mean, chicken fried lobster tails on top of beignets is dope. Like, if you've never had it, you should try it. It's fucking amazing. But dude, liquor infused Baja Blast freezes at Taco Bell on the strip. Like,
Yeah.
if you know, you know.
Vegas is literally the adults' playground. I swear to God. Like they got everything. All my homies are always like geeking. They're like, "Oh my God, look at this, look at that, look at that," and I'm like so numb to all this shit. I'm like, "Yeah, that's normal."
Dude, you're lucky because a good friend of mine, Mr. Cold Blooded, and Ouija Mac have both said, because Ouija's from Vegas, um, and they said, that's a place that'll eat a motherfucker alive.
Oh yeah.
Like if you don't live there all the time, like you weren't born there or whatever, and like you're not a native, like so many people go broke, they like mortgage their house and shit.
hmm
Like so like
Yeah.
and it's because like there's literally everything you can imagine there. Like, I
hmm
mean, like so it's an easy place to get discombobulated in the mix.
Oh yeah. But that's why I'm always like so on guard when I do have my homies out cuz I really don't play no bullshit cuz there's a lot of people out here who will take advantage of you and it doesn't matter who you are or what you are, like shit ain't so sweet out here. Like it's all pretty and it's all fun and games, but there's motherfuckers who are waiting for people who are not on guard, to like sneak up on them and shit. But that's why I'm the mother of the group whenever we go on tours. I'm like, okay, everybody around, everybody around. There ain't no sus motherfuckers around. Okay, we good. Let's go. I'm gonna
It's
show
like
y'all a good time.
if Vegas is a jungle of poisonous plants with beautiful flowers, you must be poison ivy, I'm sure.
That's a
Yeah.
very good analogy. Yeah, I fucks with that.
Hell
Hell
yeah.
yeah.
Enough about Vegas. I just had to address that.
It's all
but
good. It's all good.
yeah, so to clear the air, for those of you who don't know, Vicious is actually a member of Misery Mob. She is not a member of Schema. We all have the same friends though. Like,
Yeah,
those are the homies. And
yeah,
we're just to clear the air though, like they're two different things,
hmm
like, and they operate on two different frequencies and they're both great in their own ways. You know what I mean? And like now Teddy, he's a member of both. Like.
Yeah, but I honestly think one's a big enough crowd for the dual rap group type thing, and honestly, personally, I there's a connection with Misery Mob that, I have my connections with my friends in Schema, but that's their collective, that's their group. They vibe, that's theirs. And I don't want to be like, oh, well, I'm here now, hey, I'm in. No, I don't like that. And I like that my collective is their collective. And I love, it's all love regardless, but I really want to be fully committed to Misery Mob. Like I love my homies in Schema, and I'm honored that I'm on a track with Zave and Akatami, you know, but at the end of the day, Misery Mob is who I rep, and I'm just, you know, I'm honored that I have so many talented friends that surround my life now, and but
Absolutely.
yeah.
And I'm on the same wavelength, you know, like I get that a lot of misconception, you know, for months. People are like, oh, dude, you're in schemas. Like, no, I'm not at all. Like, they're just my friends, you know, and
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
and like, so like, I get it, you know,
I
so
just think people are really quick to assume things, and I don't like that, but to each their own. People just get excited, I don't think they're doing it in a harmful way, but
yeah, yeah.
just little rumors and gossip spreads and, you know,
Or they see a photo, on Instagram or like a post, and like then it's like they associate you.
or a comment.
Yeah, and like so like it's like this immediate like train of thought that's been developed. I feel like in that culture of social media is like, oh, you see people interacting with each other, then that means like they're automatically like this. You know what I mean? And like
Yeah,
it's not
yeah.
necessarily that way, you know what I mean? But like
But yeah, it's kind of weird though, because like I've seen personally now people really come out the woodwork like, "Oh, hi," like they want to be your friend, but it's only because they see who associates with you or who you associate with, and it's very, very odd, and I do not like that. Like there's been a couple people who have followed me and have gotten mad that I didn't follow them back. Like dead ass have confronted me like girls and they're like, "Well, your friend follows me. Why?" Like and I'm like, "I don't know you, girl. Like chill. Like I don't know you. I'm sorry." Like and half the time, the people who follow me are private accounts. So I'm like, I don't know you, shit. Like I don't owe anybody shit. But it brings out social media just brings out a lot of weird negative traits in people. It's wild
absolutely,
as fuck.
it's a trap, you know?
Yeah,
And it's one of those things. I see it and I've experienced it myself too, like
exactly. So I'm glad I'm not the only one because it's odd behavior, and I'm like, whoa, y'all tripping, tripping, like whoa.
and like
But it's
and
whatever.
and what's wild is like, like you're a new artist,
Hmm.
and I'm new in my field, you could say. And but it's like, dude, like the people who are on that wavelength that we're just talking about, if they want to do it so bad, why don't they go out and make music and do shit instead of like trying to fucking be like, oh,
Exactly.
dude, I know Vicious Vampira and Infinity, like, like
Yeah, 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 yeah. It's like I tell people all the time, like, instead of like hating on people or whatever, like you could be out here doing the things you do because all it takes is just giving yourself a fucking shot. Like you got to take a leap of faith. And I've had many times in my life where I've taken leaps of faith and I've fallen, but I've either learned from it or I decided, maybe that wasn't my path. And I just kept going and going. Like you just got to keep going until one day you got that spark that just ignites like a flame. And I feel like that's how I was with my music recently cuz I've never done anything like this in my entire life. Like, I
yeah,
never even presented projects in school. I would straight up tell my teachers, no, I'll take the F. I had so much anxiety and like just this heavy self hatred for myself. I was just so shy. I would never put myself in the spotlight. And, everything that happened with Misery Mob and how I became part of it, was a giant leap of faith for myself and just giving myself the confidence boost, that I probably or the push, and it
yeah,
honestly it sparked and now I'm like ignited. Like I'm on a fucking roll. Like my EP, I'm so like blown away at how much energy and like pure like just emotion I put in my music. Like this shit's really gonna blow people away. Break Yourself was just a fucking tease compared to my EP, and
yeah.
that's not even just all the music I got. Like I got a lot of music lined up, like a lot. So it's gonna be crazy.
Dude, you're over 5,000 plays on Break Yourself.
I know. Oh my god. I know. I just seen that today. I
That's
literally
pretty
just seen
fucking
that
good for
today. Oh
the
my god.
first track you've ever dropped.
I
Like
know, and
that's
it's only been like a month and a half, 2 months. Like it's fucking wild. I appreciate all the love so much. Like even just hitting 100 plays, I was like, oh my god. Like I was like freaking out. I was like, oh my god, I hit 100 plays, and then it's just like kept going and going and going, and like I'm truly grateful for everybody who supports me and who has supported me whatever I do, like it's just I'm truly blessed because at the
yeah,
end of the day it's not just my work, it's just all the people in my life too who have been there from the jump, like, giving me so much faith in myself and having so much faith in me too. Like, it's really the people who surround you too, who put in the work, and then they share your stuff, promote, it's all love, at the end of the day. And I really appreciate every person who has ever showed me any sort of love, like regardless of if it's buying stuff for me or just shouting me out or a comment, a like, anything is appreciated. I just love, I have so much love for everybody, it's genuine all love. That's like,
Yeah,
that's it.
it's an affirmation. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? Like, just seeing the evolution of in the what a month, like just
Hmm.
the evolution in a month has definitely, I'm sure, motivated you even more and like
Oh
really
yeah.
given you the reassurance that you're on a good path, you
Hmm.
know, and like a lot of like a lot of people don't look at it that way. Like they could have the same result you had and it's not enough. You know what I mean? Like gratitude and grace are like super important in this industry. Like remembering like, it's a marathon, not a sprint, is the key. And like that will take you farther than anything else, you know?
Yeah, yeah, it's, and like I said, it's just about believing in yourself too, and just just being grateful for any aspect in your life really truly helps you, because if you really want something in your life, you got to be grateful for the things you have already. If you want life to continue or to start blessing you with the things you truly want, you really got to be grateful and stop getting stuck in cycles of self-pity, self-hatred, because personally I was stuck in that for a very long time in my life, to the point where I was hurting myself and almost committing suicide multiple times. Like, it's it's hard, when you get stuck in that mindset, but you also got to be appreciative that, you're here alive on earth, and you may not know what your purpose or your reason is, but you still need to be grateful and just show love to everybody in your life, because love's the strongest energy. I truly believe that, and
Absolutely.
once you start loving yourself too, people start to feel your energy change, and they, if you just believe in yourself, that energy reaches a lot of people,
Yeah.
so that's
I'm
strong.
I'm a firm enthusiast of mysticisms, you could
Hmm.
say. Um, and the ancient Jewish translation for the phrase abracabra means "as I speak, I create."
Hmm. Yeah.
When we go American with it and say abracadabra, like it's magic. And like when like your thoughts create your reality. Like
Exactly.
the way you treat yourself affects the way not only that others treat you, but like the connections you have with others. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Like
Hmm.
Trippy the Kid, wise man Trippy the Kid once said, "I don't think nobody gonna fuck with me like I do," and I believe that 1,000%.
Exactly.
Because if you're not on your shit and you're not like, if no, you're not rocking for yourself harder than anyone else, then it's never gonna work. And people see that. Like people look for genuine fucking passion in what they do. And
Yeah.
like look for passion in what's like the art that someone makes. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? Like and like that's the residual, and it's a Gemini thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah. Hell yeah.
Because I'm in the same
Fucking
boat.
period.
Like hearing your perspective on this, like it's like, damn, I really am talking to someone who's just like me. Like, you know what I mean? Like high key, like been there, like still going fucking through it. Like,
Yeah, yeah, I'm still growing and learning and unlearning things that I have taught myself and maybe subconsciously have been taught by other people's. But that's just what life is about. It's about living, learning, and I try to take any situation, even if it's bad, as like a blessing in disguise or like a lesson, because there's always something you can learn every day. I feel like you haven't truly lived a day if you didn't learn something, at least one thing, and it could be the most dumb, non-informative thing ever, but knowledge is power, and
True.
just growth is power too.
Yeah, the true masters are eternal students.
Hmm.
Like that's a fact. You can never learn too much.
Hmm.
And like, and another part is it's okay to accept when you're wrong.
Oh
Like that's
yeah.
Yeah. So
That's a big adult move right there, is accepting when you've been wrong. Let me tell you, I've had people treat me like shit, but damn, I've been a terrible person in my life. But I've healed those wounds with people, and forgiving and letting go, and just being a mature adult about things and talking and not wanting to argue. But shit, there's still some people that got me fucked up. I don't give a fuck. There's
hey.
still some people who one day I'm gonna catch you in the streets. But not that's not violence isn't the way to go. But for a
Yeah.
majority, I'm pretty peaceful in my life now with certain people, so that's good. you know
Yeah. Definitely. And I've learned that as well. Like it's like goddamn, like I'll be 30 on Tuesday. So like whoo. But in
hey.
my 30 years of life, like I used to have the worst temper in the fucking world. And like, man, it was like Jekyll and Hyde, man. Like I could just be chilling and to be like, oh fuck no, like out of nowhere. Like, like it all ties back to a lot of different things. But like,
Mhm.
you know, I've had to learn, like, you know, self-care is kind of important, and
Mhm.
if you're not balanced as a person, you are not balanced as a creative. Like,
Right.
I think that is a big deal. So,
Mhm.
because you'll say it, like if for example, like how if you were in a bad headspace, your art suffers, whether you're drawing or whatever, like it suffers because that spiritual circadian rhythm type shit is off whack, and
Mhm.
like it.
Yeah, and it's just, if you're like trying to force yourself to be creative when you're not in the right mindset, it's okay to take a break. I've had days where I'm like, what, I just need a day to myself. I need to get off social media. I need to just cleanse, meditate, cancel everything out, and it's good to do that. Like that shit can be draining sometimes, and just life in general can be draining, and we can't be creative all the time. But I think that's just like a creative thing. Like we always want to be doing something, or else we feel like we're being lazy or not doing enough. And social media really doesn't help, because it's like, oh, you got to be creating every day, every day, every day, posting every day, but that's not what humans are meant to do. Like we can't constantly be working. Like you got to give yourself a break, take your days, even just maybe an hour or so, just step away, go outside, take
Yeah.
a breath of fresh air, I don't know, do something, just break yourself away for a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely. I
Hmm.
absolutely agree. Welcome to the Wisdom Corner with Vampira and Infinity.
I know, right? All these people, damn, first episode, they gonna be woke as shit by the end of this. Their third eye just glowing. They're just like,
And
wow.
it's 18 minutes of the Wisdom Corner already in this episode. So yeah,
I'm dead as fuck.
let's uh let's
For
let's
real though.
let's recalculate a little bit
Yeah, let's
because
bring it
I
down.
can go on for fucking ever. Like
Yeah, let's bring it down
so
to their level a little bit. They ain't ready for all this knowledge.
um heard through the grapevine that you got an AOZ beat.
Whew, yeah, I do. I actually wrote
Dude,
the lyrics to that song, and then I ended up actually hating how it sounded, so I scrapped it. So now that beat is gonna be a Misery Mob collab. Like I'm gonna have two members also with me on that track. So that shit's gonna
hell
be
yeah.
banging. That
Dude.
beat is fucking crazy. I still can't believe I got that from him. I thought he was just gonna leave me on red when I was like, "Yo, can I get a beat from you?" But he immediately responded. He was like, "Yeah, what's your budget?" And I was like, "What's my budget? What?" And so I told him, and he was like, I can work with that." And I was like, "Oh shit, okay." And
Dude,
so he sent me a couple beats, and I listened to the beat that I chose, and I was like, that's it, that's the one. So I picked that one, and he was like, "All right, for sure." So yeah, he's really fucking cool. I think he's gonna be really, really, shocked to see what we do with that track, because it's gonna be fucking insane.
yeah. And like it's really, really good for you because like AOZ has been around for a long time and
Hmm.
like he's really doing some big things. You know what I mean? Like he's like he's with Duke Deuce all the time and shit.
I
Like,
know,
like
it's
so like
crazy.
And what's
I
interesting is like I know his production style so well, and like because I've been a fan of his for years, and I've seen it evolve and change. It's
same,
like, damn,
same.
I'm really interested to see what Vicious does with an AOZ beat. We finna like turn up and beat a bitch up type shit, or like,
Oh, you already know the vicious energy about to come out. Hey, but when I showed the mob that beat, they were like, "Yo, what the fuck?" Like they were so hyped to get like fucking just do anything with that track. But yeah, I realized that maybe that track wouldn't be suited for those lyrics, so I scrapped the song and put it towards another song and then saved the rest of the lyrics for whatever, something else. But yeah, we all gonna get on that track and it's gonna be banging. So I'm excited. And you know what? One day what's crazy is we're gonna actually perform. So like I really hope we perform that song live because that shit gonna bring the whole venue down. Like the bass is so fucking crazy. My homie played it in the studio and he was like, yo, this shit banging. And I was like, I know. It was like just shaking the whole fucking room. It
man,
was wild, but
it's
I'm excited.
the golden rule of when camps, posses slash collectives, cliques perform together is you gotta play your posse tracks, man. That's what people are there for. So
Mhm,
like that, there's no better way to get that jumping, you know.
mhm. Yeah, it's definitely a different energy when you got your friends with you, and I'm glad that I experienced that with Zave and Akatami. Like that was like my first show,
Yeah.
and it was my first time meeting Akatami too. I met Zave when he came out to Vegas like a couple months prior, but you know, just the connection and the energy is like so unreal when you got that many like creatives in one
Oh
spot,
yeah.
And
And
so
good
that it
and
was
good people, you know.
yeah, good
Like,
people, good energy, all love, it's I think the crowd felt it too cuz they hella fucked with the track, but yeah, I'm just excited with everything I'm about to do with all my homies, especially in Misery Mob, man. Like I'm trying to go out to Canada, but we'll see if that happens. But I really want them to come down here so we can do shows. Like I got a lot of people who want us to do shows, like people who are willing to help us put together the show for Misery Mob. So hopefully sometime in the future or in like maybe the next year or so we can have a show. But regardless, I'm just so excited and so proud of the mob, and what we're doing now and what we are
yeah,
going to come out with. It's gonna be wild.
absolutely. You know, I'm interested to hear a Teddy Slugs Vicious collab one day.
I mean, we've talked about it, but he's so busy, and I understand he is. So I haven't really been like trying to bother him, but damn well he'd be so down. I bet the moment if he does and is listening to this right now, he's gonna literally be like trying to call me right now, and be like, "Yo, yo, yo," because as soon as he heard I was in Misery Mob, he didn't even call the group chat. He called me and he was like, "Oh my god. Oh my god." He was so excited. He was just walking back and forth from his room to like wherever he was, just walking back and forth talking to me like, "Yo, I'm so excited. I'm so excited." Like, but Teddy, that's my dog, man. That's
He
the way.
one day he called me and because he had seen the picture I posted of your merch. And he was like, dude, he called me on FaceTime and he was like, check this shit out. And I'm like, oh God. And he just like has a crate in his closet that's literally exclusively your designs. He was like, look at this drip. Ain't nobody getting this drip. And I'm like, God damn.
Bro, he was dead ass the first person who ever bought a shirt from me. And I was like, "Who's this fucking kid?" And then I seen him like commenting on like everybody from Misery Mob shit, and then he followed me and he was hitting me up. He's like, "Yo, you're so dope, blah blah blah." And then he joined Misery Mob, and then the story goes from there. But Teddy, he's such a genuine fucking dude. I love that guy so much. It's
He's
definitely all love with Teddy. He's just a
insane.
bundle of love. But
He's
that's wild as fuck. This fool got a whole crate.
yeah, oh yeah. He had at least four different designs of
Oh
yours.
yeah, he
Yeah.
he pretty much has all of my OG shirts. I know damn well he does. He even has the one with my face on it, which was so crazy. I can't believe that fool bought that. He's like, when he got that one, he immediately showed me. He's like, look what I got. Look what I got. I got it. He's so fucking wild, man. But yeah, I'd be so down to do a track with Teddy. Teddy, let's do a fucking song, okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
There you go.
Infinity says so. You have to.
Yeah, we've already cast it out into the universe, you know.
Me and Teddy are already having this conversation right now.
That's what we do.
Manifest.
Whew. Manifest. Man, we're here
Yep.
manifesting.
We out
But
here.
man, I've always wanted to ask, and I figured this would be a really good question for this interview. The heart,
Oh, my heart logo.
the logo. What's the story behind it? How
So
did how did you land as that logo?
originally I was doing merch design for Austin Archie, the
Hmm.
Lorna Shore's guitars. Oops, their drummer.
Hmm.
I was doing a little merch thing with him, but it kind of fell through, I guess, and he didn't want to end up doing it, and I was like, it's whatever. Um, but I really liked the heart that I designed for him. And I've always loved the yin and yang personally because I really do feel life really is all about duality, and I've experienced a lot of really shitty things in my life, but I've also experienced a lot of good and beautiful things. And the yin and yang is just, there's good in the bad and then there's bad in the good, that's just life. You're always going to have days that are good, days that are bad. That's just life, But
Yep.
the broken heart, just the symbolism itself is I've been broken so many times in my life to the point where I thought I could never be healed, I can never be fixed, but I I was always looking for somebody else to fix me or, like whatever, but I found out at the end of the day the only person who can truly fix you is yourself. And I grew up not having a lot of friends, and a lot of friends that I did have, they switched up on me and fucked me over. So I had nobody to go to, nobody, and that's probably why I went through so many dark parts in my life, because I just felt so alone. But when I was 19 through 20, I really truly spent the whole year alone. I had no social media, and that's when at the end of that year, I actually came back to social media, and that's when I realized, like, and like what we were saying earlier, the only person who's gonna rock with you and fuck with you is yourself. And that's when I kind of just fully was like, you know what, fuck it, I'm gonna just start being my authentic self, and that's how my healing and journey of self growth started. But um, yeah, the heart, and just so I say I mended myself together for the most part, but the heart is like the most strong chakra and the most strong energy, like love, that's the strongest energy. So I thought maybe, I don't know, it was just like this connection that I had with the logo. So I was like, all right, well, this is gonna be mine now, and I got it tatted right on my heart. So I feel like that just accentuates the
Yeah.
energy, and I made my necklaces that go perfectly over your heart. And I've since I've been on this journey of um self healing and learning. That's why I made the affirmation cards that go with it. Like, just to help people who have been in this situation like me, or who are going through things alone. They can wear my necklace and somewhat feel like calmness, or like read my affirmation and feel better about themselves, because that's all I want to do in my life, is just spread love and just show people that you can fix yourself and you can be strong. You can go through the shittiest things in your life and you still can come out of it strong. And, because at the end of the day, when you die, the only person and the only thing that's going with you is your memories, what you did, what you decided to do, the friends, connections you made, all your memories, and just you. You go to the grave with yourself, and you're the only one who should be so full of love for yourself, even if you don't have anybody in your life. Like, just love yourself, love people who are around you, even strangers. Just be, just show love, because we need more
Yeah.
of that in the world.
World's a fucked up place,
Hmm.
and like there's a lot of negative. And like what I really like about your logo and the story ties in exactly what I was about to say is with the yin and yang, and after you'd explained it, is it encapsulates the duality in singularity. That there is the good and bad, like you said, sides of life, and how you just kind of gotta fucking thug it out. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? And like it, for every awful time, there's always at the exact same time in parallel a beautiful lesson and experience at the same time. You just have to like teach your mind to see things. Like people are so quick to react to a negative stimulus when
Hmm.
like it's like damn, like like for example, like somebody could be like, oh fuck, like, I fucking got shit canned from work, but like fuck, like maybe that was supposed to happen, like I mean like
That's that's fucking funny that you say that because I literally got fired from my job on Monday. Like literally this Monday, I got fired from a job I worked my ass off for 2 years, just got an $18 raise, and they fired me because my coworker lied and said I fucked up and they believed her. And they fired me, but they said that I quit. But you know what? I realized, that it sucks, that I don't have a job now, but at least I didn't have no job when the pandemic happened. At least I had
yeah,
some income. But like you said, I really truly feel like this happened because I'm just fully aligning with what I'm actually supposed to be doing, and now I got so many plans for the future and like some side hustles. And, if I have to get a job in the meantime, I don't care. I'll do it. I'm a grown ass adult. As long as my bills are getting paid, I don't care. I've
same.
been a hustler my whole life. And I've had times in my life where I've had no job and no money, no car. I was living on the streets at 17 at one point in my life. Like I've been through the dirt and
The
I've
streets of Vegas at that.
yeah, that's why I say shit ain't
God
sweet. You don't know
damn.
what the fuck I've seen and what I've been through. And that's why I really feel like a lot of people, like when they want to give me hate, like, oh, you're really cocky, or you're, oh, like, and it's because I've been through the shitty things. I deserve to feel some self-confidence in some type of way about myself, like don't fuck around, like, and fuck
Agreed.
around and find out for sure. But I don't take all the bad things that have happened in my life and make that who I am. Like I said, I just, I learned
Right.
from it. But I think it's really crazy because my last check, they kind of took money from my check because they paid for like my licensing and shit for the year. But the total for my check was $888.88. So it was just 88888. And I was like,
Big
that.
angel number energy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, my last check from my job was a fucking angel number. So I was like, all right, that confirmed it. I was like, they confirmed it, like that's my fucking I'm on the path now. Like shit, I needed to get that out of my life. But I'm grateful for the experience and the things I've learned from working, at like a marijuana cultivation. That was pretty cool, but fuck that place, honestly, at the end of the day. Fuck them.
Dude, a
It didn't.
job's a job.
Yeah,
Like,
you know.
like we don't live to work. We work to live. You know
Mhm.
what I mean? Like, and like I've learned this in my fucking my many years of life is God is like if you get to the point where your job has that fucking impending negativity on you every day, like it's where I'm at in mine. Like I wake up every day and it's like, God damn. Like, but like it's time for a change. Like that's your mind picking up on the frequency of the world around you saying, hey man, you're getting complacent and it's time to fucking go.
Mhm.
Like I always tell people like at their jobs, for example, like if you think this place revolves around you and cannot run without you, you are sadly mistaken and it is time for you to go. Like,
Mhm.
because like it has become unhealthy for you. Like, and I
Mhm.
was like, what do you mean? I was like, I mean that with total love. Like, I'm looking out for you and telling you some shit that like no one else, the boss is not gonna fucking tell you that.
Oh yeah,
Like,
no, they don't give a fuck about how you feel. They just want you to make them money. They don't give a shit about you. And I think that's bullshit with these fucking marijuana cultivations. They make millions of dollars a year, millions, billions sometimes. And I worked my ass off at this cultivation. I was packaging orders like crazy all day every day. Was there every single day for almost 2 years, and they really let me go because one coworker said something about me, and they didn't even give me a chance to explain myself really either. I said, maybe I'm making mistakes because this person stresses me the fuck out, and it's causing me mental like stress, and it's causing me to have a mental breakdown almost, and that's not cool. And they did not give a shit. So these places don't give a fuck about their workers. All I say is get your money and find something better. At least wait till you find something better to leave. Don't just up and leave. But if they fire you, whatever, and you have no choice, shit, whatever. just do what you gotta do.
and if
But
you
I think personally for you, you really are gonna have something come into your life like soon. I know it. I know it. And I'm saying that with this. the strongest energy I feel in my chest. And whenever I get that feeling when I'm telling somebody something, it happens and it comes true. But I know something's gonna turn around for you. I just know it. You just gotta keep putting the work in, man. And
Always.
when that right thing comes for you, it's gonna happen at the right time, at the right moment, and you're gonna realize why it happened or why it took up until then to hit you. It's gonna happen. Change is coming. I feel it so strongly for like all my homies, like everybody I got a connection with. I feel like there's just something big that's gonna happen this year. I feel it so strong,
I
so
said
fucking strong.
I can 100% say the same for you. You know,
Oh, thank you.
now you've got all the time in the world, like, to focus on something, to cultivate your own prosperity with something
Exactly.
you love. Like,
Exactly. Now I have all the time that I can to just fully put the work into my music, my art, every aspect of my life, even just reconnecting a little bit with my own family,
yeah,
just living life and just, taking a break from the average workflow, just for the time being at least. And I can always make money off my art, off, my side hustles, I know I'm good. It's just you can't be stressing about money because that'll just bring more problems. You just gotta have faith the universe got you, just send all your negativity to the universe. I've been actually reading into a lot of Sekhmet, the Egyptian goddess. She's like a lion,
yeah.
and
I'm very familiar.
she
You see my arm, right?
yeah, but maybe the people who aren't
Listeners, yeah.
educated on Egyptian culture,
Or
but
that.
she pretty much consumes energies regardless of what it is. So I've just been giving her everything. I'm like, here you go, baby. Here you go. A full buffet of energies, all my negativities, my stress, my everything, my happiness, my love. I just give everything to her. I meditate to her every single day and at night before I go to bed. And I feel like it really does release the energy from me. But you don't got to be praying to like that certain goddess to do that. Just, meditation and just
Meditation.
relaxing. That
Keep
helps.
that obsidian on you. You know what I'm saying?
I got her right
Keep
here.
that
She right
motherfucking
here.
thing on me.
I
And
keep her. I keep that thing on me. She right here,
and
right
I know you
beside me.
got that lapis lazuli on you too. Like,
Oh yeah, see, you're
that's a
you're fucking psychic Gemini ass. You
I,
know damn well I got
I,
the lapis lazuli. It's on my altar. I got that
I am
shit
I
on
am the
lock.
infinite.
For real, for
No.
real.
And what's weird is, like, we've made these allusions to jobs, and like, here's something actually, I think it would be interesting, since we're on this tip, to get your perspective on. I feel like a lot of people treat that same thing we were talking about with jobs and like that stuff with relationships, and like don't understand, like, and especially as creatives, because like if a creative person is in a relationship with the wrong person, it can totally fucking crush your drive and like
Oh
crush your
yeah.
art, you
Oh
know?
yeah. Especially if you have somebody who's like those people who are like, why are you trying to make music? Like everybody makes music. And I hate
That's
that.
a
And you know what?
that's
Here
a big
I was actually got in an argument with Lil Shawty. She's dating some kid in a local band out here. And I don't even know her, but her tweet popped up and she said, with bands and with shows starting again, I'm not looking forward to girls trying to get into her boyfriend's pants because he's like the guitarist vocalist of a band. But it's like,
oh my
if you're
god.
that fucking insecure, why are you dating somebody who's in the spotlight or in the spotlight? And that can go for rappers too.
It can
And
go for anybody.
exactly. And it's like, it's all love. Like not everybody's trying to get into your person's pants, but it's at the end of the day, there are people like that, but if your partner respects you enough and actually loves you, why are you insecure or why are you scared? Like that's just you projecting your own
Facts.
personal,
Facts.
and I'm like, and I told her, I was like, you just gonna like scare away all his fans with your stank ass stale energy, just standing there at every show, like scaring every bitch away. Like, I was thinking about even pulling up to the show last night and talking to him, just moving her out of the way. But I was like, nah, let me not, let me not,
Damn.
let me not be that bold, But it's like
That's some shit I would do though. Like,
relationships are just fucking crazy. I've had my moments when I was younger where I've been controlling as fuck, but I didn't understand at the time, I was being toxic, but I've realized that a lot. And I like, like I've said, how I've healed relationships, like my past relationships. I've told I've told some ex-boyfriends, hey, I'm sorry, I was a psychotic bitch. And they're like, it's all good. It's fine. We were kids, we didn't know. And I'm like, yeah, I was a little crazy. But people be wilding the fuck out. Like, you can't even talk to anybody. You can't even look at somebody. Like, I don't care if my man or whoever's with me and they're like, hey, look, Shawty got a fat ass. I'll be like, yeah. Or,
Yeah.
I don't
Well,
I don't care.
that and just like, like you said, like the girl who fucking doesn't want her boyfriend to like have fans and like do what he loves. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
that
Like,
energy is really stupid.
we
I don't
got
like that.
and there's motherfucking energy vampires out here every goddamn where.
Mhm. Yeah, and it's like, I don't know, like shit, if I had a man who was in the spotlight, I'd be like, yeah, that's my man. That's my man. You keep supporting his music. Yeah, you think he's good? Yeah, I know he is. I know he is. Cuz it's like at the end of the day, you're with him. Like it's not like he's leaving you for another bitch, but if you do, that's beat his ass, not like
Yeah.
what the fuck? But I don't know.
Like, I mean, goddamn, like this has been fucking incredible. Like, see, it's fun. Dude, like, we'll get into some like serious, heartfelt truth and wisdom, and like
Mhm.
then, like, immediately, like, no, I'll beat that bitch's ass. Like,
I'm sorry, man. That's just
no,
me. That's
this is
my
why.
Gemini. That's my
Same.
Gemini side. It's like you said, Jekyll and Hyde. I got sweet Vampira, and then there's Vicious. Like you don't fucking want
Yeah.
Vicious to come out. Vicious, the real ass bitch who ain't scared to say shit. But Vampira is like, oh, let me love you. Let me bite your neck and tell you all these little nice things in your ear.
Sweet.
Head ass.
Speaking of vicious with the beach ass and all that, uh, I believe that you've got vicious blades on the way.
Oh yeah, yeah, that's my new little adventure I'm gonna go on. I was just gonna just like add them onto my website as new little items, but since I'm going through this weird financial thing with my job and like a career, I just thought, I had this idea
And
like last night when I was meditating. I was like, you know what? I think I'm gonna sell some knives. I'm always talking about knives and blades and shit in my songs. Might as well. So now when you listen to Break Yourself, you can actually be like, oh look, oh look. After I slash you, I lick the blood from the knife as I watch the fear grow deeper and deeper in your eyes. You can sing it. You can sing along and tote that motherfucking vicious blade with you. You can sing my music.
there we go. Like, and I mean, there really aren't enough artists who have made the blade popular in a sense. The two that always come to mind, number one, Bones, because he's always talking about a butterfly blade, and then two, fucking Omen. Omen's the king of the butterfly blades. You ever seen that dude like before?
Yeah.
That dude's crazy. Like,
I love
now,
butterfly knives. They're dope. Hopefully, I can find a couple cool ones. I haven't found any cool ones for my supplier chick, but she said she'll hook it up when she finds some. She's like, I'll give you the exclusive. But yeah, that'll be dope. I'm gonna start. It's not just gonna be knives. It'll be like any self-defense, like
brass
protection. Cause,
knuckles.
mm-hmm.
Oh
pepper spray,
yeah.
pepper spray, tasers, the whole nine, the everything. Because I really do feel like, along with protecting yourself with crystals, like we've discussed and all that, you should protect yourself physically. Because, like I said, where I live, shit ain't sweet, and I really don't. I don't trust a single motherfucker who be stepping up to me. Like I always
Yeah.
have my knife on me, but
And you're
you know,
always with a group.
yeah,
Like,
but sometimes when you travel alone, it's nice to have something at least, because all it takes is for you to just, look
there's
away or not pay attention for 1 second. You're gone. Like like real shit. I don't like talking about this story, but
oh no. I'm
when I was
sorry.
younger, I was walking home. No, I want to talk about it because it's important. I was walking home when I was 18, late at night, and this guy was following me, and I seen him. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna keep my eye on him. And it happened so fucking fast. I swear it's like he knew I was catching on to him, and all of a sudden he just he just grabbed me from behind, and this motherfucker ran down like half a block carrying me just from and I he like flipped me over his shoulder. It was like the most traumatizing thing I've ever been through. But I fucking slipped my knife out of my pocket somehow and just fucking, I didn't even get time to open it, but I was just beating the shit out of him on the head with it. And I seen up the street, they had fucking guys in a van. They pulled up and opened the door. Like, this motherfucker was straight up about to sex traffic me, and I know damn well,
Yeah,
but I was
fuck
beating
that.
the shit out of him with my knife. I didn't even stab the fool. I was beating the shit out of him with like the bottom of the knife, and he finally let go because I think I was fucking making this motherfucker go unconscious. And I just, woof, I dipped. I ran for at
Fuck.
least 4 blocks straight. I did not turn around. I was running through red lights. I almost got hit by a car, but shit, I didn't give a fuck. I was gone. And it was all because I seen him and I looked away for literally 2 seconds, and then all of a sudden he was just whoosh, just there, like that motherfucker. And I felt that energy. I felt it. So, one, if you get a gut instinct about anybody, trust that shit.
Oh
And
yeah.
then two, like I said, always keep something on you and always keep your guard up, and also probably never travel alone. But I was an idiot and I was
And
doing things.
environmental awareness is the key too.
Mhm,
I'm one of those like I'm a very reclusive person for the most part. Like, and like, dude, like, because like I'm a socially anxious dude. Like, I can talk to you because you're my friend, you know?
mhm,
Like, and the people I talk to on here, like, there's an established level of comfort to make it happen. But other than that, like, dude, I go dude, I hate going clothes shopping.
I
Because
hate
like
going shopping anywhere in general.
yeah, because like, dude, I'll go to the mall and like, dude, where I live, like, it's like, goddamn, like, everybody's like, some dude always asks me every time, it's like, why you gotta walk around like you're bowed up? It's like, I'm not bowed up. I'm like, dude,
What
it's
the
just like,
fuck?
and it's like, you're just like, and like, he was like, why are you looking at everybody like that? And I'm like, I'm not looking at anybody. I'm just like observing what's around me because you don't fucking know. Like,
Hmm.
like, I mean, fuck, like, people get robbed, murdered, human trafficked fucking all the time,
Hmm.
and it could be in a small town or a major city. Like, I got a lot of those same vibes when I was in Atlanta, like, because at one point, like, uh antisocial boyfriend was at the Airbnb and he was asleep, and like I went to Walgreens
Hmm.
and then to Publix because there was like a combo like together, but it was like, and we're like in downtown, like staying in downtown. So it was like, oh goddamn. And it was like 8 o'clock in the morning. And I just get there and dude, like the entire time, like I'm walking around in these stores and there's like people in the stores fucking like trying to follow me and like pickpocket me and like, like kind of looking my ass. And like, you stop at a light and like people just like flocking to your shit. And you're like, dude, what the fuck? Like, leave me the fuck alone. Like, you know?
I think people just pick up on energies, but I honestly feel like not all people in life are even really human. I think honestly there's like fake people in life, and that's why some people experience so much random negativity. Like when we were shooting the lose my shit video on Hollywood, these girls in a car randomly drove up behind
Yeah.
the truck, and they were like, "I could look better than you." And I looked at my sister and I looked at her and I was like, "Fuck you, negative ass bitch creature, like whatever the fuck you are." And it was so weird because like we were having such a good time, and then all of a sudden this psycho weirdo just comes up and says that. Like, the fact that random people really have the audacity to like feel that way, it's like either you're a demon or you got demons in you. And I felt that shit and I was like, get the rebuke, you a bitch ass. I said, get out of here, bitch. Like, bye. And they instantly drove away. Like, what you gonna do? And you know what, if anything, all people are just talk anyway. Like, they ain't gonna do shit. But regardless, I don't play no bullshit. Like, anybody can do anything at any sort of time, but just people are so fucking weird, bro. I swear.
They are.
Even
And are you a fan of anime innocence? Do you like
yeah,
anime at
yeah,
all?
yeah.
Have
I
you have
love anime. I
have
love
you
anime.
seen the movie MFKZ? It's short for motherfuckers. It's on Netflix and it's like got
Oh
Vince
my god.
Staples and RZA.
Oh my god, that's
That's some
the best animated little
but
movie.
that
Everybody should watch that.
that ties
Everybody
into
should watch
exactly
that
what we were
shit.
fucking talking about.
Exactly that. Dude, yes. Okay, I'm not even gonna speak any more on this. Just watch that little thing, and you
Yeah.
guys will know exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah. The
That
dude,
shit's
the
so
machos,
good.
dude. The
Yeah,
machos.
yeah. I'm saying, bro. I swear they be putting stuff in like little movies and stuff that are true. Like, have you been seeing those Hulu commercials?
Which ones?
Like, the ones where they're like, we're here to make your brains mush. That's why we pump so many hours of TV into your brain and then we'll eat you because we're aliens. There's like 3
Oh yeah,
commercials like, yeah,
oh
like
yeah.
what the fuck type shit? Like that shit's not funny. Like that's not funny. And people
It's
are
like
like, oh,
Adult Swim.
it's just
Adult.
fake. Ha ha ha. No, it's not. It don't look fake. Like,
It's like Adult Swim. You know what I mean? That's how I feel
mhm,
about them. Like they be like talking on that same crazy shit. You know what I
mhm.
mean? It's
I
like
feel like that's that's
like
probably why I'm so fucking aware because I would fall asleep as a kid playing Cartoon Network and I would wake up and an Adult Swim's on and I'm just watching all this shit and I'm like, yo, what the fuck? Like,
I went to their headquarters when I was in Atlanta.
I
Um,
seen that. I was really jealous.
Dude, Freaknik the musical is the greatest fucking goddamn animated film of all time. And I was like, dude, I have to fucking. But like at night we drove by it and they have a giant golden owl on top of their building. And like, so I did some research on it and everybody thinks it's like a fucking like Illuminati fucking thing,
No, no
like,
way.
but like
I
it's
think it's probably it scares away the Illuminati. That's what
maybe.
it is. No, for real, because anytime anything overly shares or speaks out about anything, they get shut down or it stops.
Yeah.
But that's probably I think owls are good energy, and if it's a golden owl, shit, it's magnificent energy. It's
And what
protecting
was
them.
what was wild was like the building itself, like those murals were all around the wall. And it's like this big fucking like 8 foot tall concrete wall around the building. And like it was like getting it looking at Wonka's chocolate factory. Like no one ever goes in. Like where do you get in? Like everything's like fucking blocked off. But like obviously motherfuckers are there making shows and shit, you
That's
know? Like
weird.
yeah.
Interesting. Where's the secret Adult Swim door entrance?
Yeah, no, right?
You just press like a panel of the concrete and it just opens, like it slides.
Dude, I think honestly one of my biggest like I wouldn't say inspirations, but influences and like conscious thought would be like through music would be in metal.
Oh
Um
yeah. Oh yeah.
like
Yeah.
like
Most
looking at
definitely.
like I mean like I grew up playing I've been a drummer my whole life and been in like technical death metal bands and shit. And like, like that's my shit. And like, you listen like I'm a big fan of bands like Dying Fetus, The Faceless, Cattle Decapitation,
Hell
Devourment,
yeah.
like, you know,
Hell fucking yeah. Devourment is my shit. Oh my god.
Fucked by rats. Like,
Yes.
but
Oh my
but
god.
like, like I mean, and it drew a question in my life, years ago, and that's like, and then I was like jumped into underground rap because I realized like, it made me so think about things with some of the lyrical content of things. Like if you look at like Monolith of Inhumanity from Cattle Decapitation,
Oh yeah,
or
that's my favorite album by them. Like dead
I
ass my
like
favorite album.
that one and the Anthropocene Extinction are fucking amazing.
Hmm.
And then like Autotheism by the Faceless, right?
Yes. Yes.
Those albums and like they fucking love those bands and I've seen them all live fucking tons of times, but like made me develop like a case of misanthropy in a
Hmm.
sense because like like it appealed to my mind and it was like damn, like I can't be the only person. It was like I'm not the only person who thinks like this, like seeing like that, like how disgusting people, quote unquote, alluding back to what we were talking about, how people aren't people, like that's what they're fucking referencing here. Like
Hmm.
they're not referencing like the average everyday person who does not have, like who's not out here to fucking get everybody, like like we creating that era of misanthropy in my life, like to the point where it's like, damn, like I really got to fucking like ease up off that shit a little bit, like,
Yeah,
but
I mean, that shit it could get a little too much at sometimes, but at the end of the day, they really be saying some real shit. I know you can't understand when you're listening to it, but if you just read along with the lyrics, like especially with Cattle Decap, they talk a lot about how humans destroy the environment and just how humans are just pieces of shit to each other in general, and they're all vegan. So they talk
yeah,
about how animal agriculture affects the earth. Like pretty much all their music is super fucking woke, but you can't understand anything if you're just a regular person. But that's why I fuck with that music so heavy because just like even like punk rock and any type of like extreme rock
yeah,
music, like they're always talking about like something. And also just with death metal, you can hear that groove and like the bass and like everything. Like it's the same as rap music. Like you can get hyped to fucking Devourment. Shit, I do all the fucking time.
I mean, we got a fucking whole ass trap metal movement out of that, you know? And like, I saw it coming years ago. I was like, dude, it's the same. Like, fucking double bass and 808s hit the same fucking groove frequency. And I was like, this would
Yes,
be
yes,
amazing if
yes,
that fucking
yes.
happened. And then guess what? You have motherfuckers like Scarlord and Omen and Gizmo and fucking all these cats, fucking Sinister, doing the fucking trap metal thing now.
Hmm.
And it's like, I knew it. Fucking got goddamn clairvoyance, you know?
For real. Hopefully I can do some type of crazy shit like that in the future. One of my songs on my EP, I kind of do a little screaming some on it, but you know, I'd want to do like a really crazy ass track eventually, like that, like trap metal type shit. That'd be dope. Cause
Yeah,
that's like two of my favorite fucking genres of music, like rap and fucking metal, just combined. That'd be dope as fuck.
exactly. Exactly. Damn, Vicious, we made it an hour. Or 50, we
Hey,
made it 55 minutes. Damn, it's flown by, hasn't it?
it really has. It really
Time,
has.
as the old adage says, time flies when you're having fun, you know?
Exactly.
Man, the people who, my listeners, I've been commented on, I expose a lot of people to music they don't normally listen to. That's my fan base. So it's not a, so for people who aren't familiar with you, what are some good handles so that way they can keep up with you?
Everything I got is Vicious Vampira. My Twitter, it has two A's on the Vampira, but it's Vicious Vampira on everything. That I just have an Instagram, Twitter. Hopefully gonna have music videos soon, so Vicious Vampira on YouTube. Yeah, that's pretty much it, I think. Yeah, that's all my handles.
Awesome, awesome. Thank you so much. It has been an absolute pleasure.
Thank you. I'm like I said, I'm so honored to be on this podcast. You know, I love talking to you. This has been just such good energy. And you know what? When we meet one day, I can only imagine the conversations we'll have.
It's gonna be shit.
Hey.
Yes, ma'am. See